Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because with Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming in, it looks like we're going to get like semi Captain America 3, to be honest. I don't care what nobody say, Civil War wasn't a Captain America movie at all. But Winter Soldier and the Falcon seem like it's literally giving us that Captain America Winter Soldier sequel that we should have got instead of Civil War. Like, let's be honest, Captain America Civil War wasn't even a Captain America movie. Barely that. Especially when top billing is Robert Downey Jr. when it's supposed to be a Captain America movie. I don't understand that to this day. But the reason why I want to talk about it is because I really do feel like Falcon and the Winter Soldier needs to bring in Steve Rogers. Yes, not old Steve. I mean, you can bring in old Steve, let him be there, but by the time the series ends, they need to bring in young Captain America. Chris Evans need to be de-aged from being old or whatever and being a young man again, because to be honest, if anybody know anything about the super soldier serum, he wouldn't have aged. It would have took years before he aged and stuff like that. And for him to show up as an old person, it was just their lazy rush to try to get him out of the MCU, which makes absolutely no sense. And that ending for Captain America was garbage. I don't care what nobody say. It was garbage. It was garbage. It didn't make no kind of sense because he didn't learn anything. He didn't learn anything. Peggy wanted him to be happy. She wanted him to move on, not dwell on her and dwell on the relationship that they never got a chance to have, or the family they never got a chance to have. Clearly in the movie, she had a family, she had a husband, and her husband was saved by Steve Rogers. So why in the world did you think it was good enough to have Steve go back in the past and stay with her? And Agent of Carter, she had to literally say goodbye to Steve when they got a sample of his blood that could create another super soldier, or to try to figure out some kind of way to bring Steve back through the blood. But no, nobody didn't watch that show apparently. She had to let him go, just like she told him in Civil War to let her go and find a life. His life should have started with Sharon. You know, people can get mad all they want to. It was weird or whatever and stuff like that. But Sharon has been a long-running love interest for Steve Rogers. So it made no sense not to either have Captain America move on with Sharon or Black Widow. Doesn't really matter to me. But for him to go back in the past and stay with her, diminish everything that he learned. He didn't learn anything. He didn't learn anything because he couldn't let the past go. Tony said Steve should live. That's great. Yes, Steve should live, but not live in the past. You see what I'm saying? We can't dwell on the past. We can't dwell on what we lost. And that was a bad message to send at the end, that even if you do have time traveling, you need to live in the past and you can't let that person go. Steve should come back for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They're putting Baron Zemo in there. They got U.S. Agent. It seems like they're really giving us a Captain America story just without Captain America. That is very alarming, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not going to be good, but it's weird that we're not bringing in Steve Rogers to actually give us a Captain America 4, because to be honest, Winter Soldier and the Falcon need to lead up into Captain America 4. Yes, Captain America 4 with Chris Evans. And then you guys can do a little twist on Hydrocap. I don't care how you do it, but bring Chris Evans back into the fold or whatever. He need to at least do one more Captain America movie that doesn't star the Avengers. He does deserve that. Falcon and Bucky are fine. Sharon is fine, but any other Avenger member showing up is just weird. It is weird because they're not really his supporting cast or whatever. And I feel like it was just so many characters going on in that movie that it really wasn't much of Steve's movie. It was Avengers 3. To be honest, you had Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers 3, Civil War. Then you had Infinity War, and then you had Endgame. That's 5 Avengers movies. That's literally 5 Avengers movies. Captain America ain't had his trilogy yet. Captain America ain't had his trilogy. He didn't really have his trilogy. Yes, I really do believe Steve needs to come back. And I don't know how they're going to do it, but I do theorize that there's going to be something. There's going to be some kind of thing that's going to bring Captain America back. We already know that Hydra's not fully done or anything, and it would make sense that they would kidnap old Rogers, because old Rogers, people know that he's old now. So it would make sense. What can he defend himself against? You know what I'm saying? Have him get kidnapped, have them, induce the super soldier serum or something like that, I guess, because I don't know, like I said, I don't know how he got old unless the super soldier serum just went out of his body. But Hydra figured out the formula, put it into Steve Rogers to make sure, because it matches with his blood. Chris Evans come back to be young again, but now he's under the control of Hydra. Then that can lead into Captain America 4, something like that, where he's back as Captain America, quote unquote, but secretly working for Hydra. And then it's up to Bucky, Sharon, and Falcon to stop him. Why the return of Red Skull can happen. I'm just spitballing some kind of ideas, because we really do need another Captain America 4. And we do need Chris Evans to actually have a good storyline, that good wrap up, because Endgame was not a wrap up for him. It kind of felt like the writers and the directors gave up. And you see how every time people talk about Endgame and talk about Captain America's ending, you see how the Russo brothers always come up with like 500 million excuses on why this happened, why did this happen, why this and that happened, because they were incompetent with their writing. It is what it is. You can get mad all you want to, but let's literally sit down and look at Endgame. Endgame really wasn't a good movie. Story-wise, no, not at all. Not at all. Especially when you're going to put time travel in there and break your own time traveling rule. Makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. You literally created another universes and stuff like that. You got Loki in a multiverse. You got the multiverse of madness or whatever and stuff like that. But what's happening is the main timeline has to have been altered in order for Steve to stay or whatever. But you're saying that it created another alternate universe. Okay, even then, young Captain America still should be there in the present timeline. Not old Cap, because old Cap is from another timeline where he lived out his life with Peggy. Where is our Captain America? Oh, that reminds me, that could also go with the whole thing about when he returned the gems. You have the Red Skull being the little guardian or whatever. I think what could happen is that return to the time or whatever and stuff like that, or present, returning the gems into their proper place in time or whatever, could create Corbett. Corbett is a girl that is a sentient cosmic cube. What I'm saying is, Corbett, if you guys read Avengers Standoff, she was manipulated by Red Skull to de-age Captain America back into his super soldier self. But what she did is she took the main Captain America, put him in a social construct of memories, and then created an alternate version of Captain America where he was a secret Hydra agent. A lot of people get flack on that, but if you didn't read that story, of course, making Captain America a Nazi just was like retarded. I do agree the story was stupid, but because I read that story, I already knew where everything was leading up to, because it was just so obvious when you look at it. It was just like, oh, okay. As soon as I saw the Corbett thing, the Red Skull thing, I already knew that Captain America that returned wasn't Captain America. So I don't even know why people even got even crazy about that. But that's what happens when you don't have the context of things or whatever. But what I'm saying is, while he was traveling or whatever and stuff like that, yes, there was a Captain there. there was a split, if that makes sense. You have a Captain America that's probably somewhere stuck inside of the cosmic cube or stuck somewhere in the multiverse, while you have this Captain America that decided to stay with Peggy and lived out his life, but he returned to the present timeline. That isn't Captain America. That isn't our Captain America. That's just a Captain America of dreams and wants, because the cosmic cube split him, is what I'm saying. She split his wants and his desires instead of what the real Captain America would have did. He would have never stayed with Peggy. He would have returned and he would have lived out his life. But because his desires and wants were so powerful, the cube or the gems could have split him. You have one that hasn't been able to return yet, and you have one that was able to live out his fantasies and stuff like that. But that's not the Captain America. That's not our Captain America. I'm just saying, because you can spitball that whole multiverse stuff into that kind of nonsense. But that will give a good reason why Captain America was so old anyway, because this Steve Rogers wants and desires were to grow old with Peggy. You get what I'm saying? It's just a way to bring Captain America back into the fold without sort of ruining the ending, but at the same time ruining the ending. Because it, like I said, it just doesn't make any sense, because it does erase a lot of stuff from Peggy without giving Peggy that option or that choice. It's not funny and it's not cute that Steve went back in the past and broke up whatever relationship she had with the husband that she was supposed to marry, with the kids that she was supposed to have with Steve. And on top of that, we don't even know if Steve and Peggy had any kids. So not only that, you erased the children and the life that Peggy had. How is that okay in any book? Everybody was complaining about the rapey stuff that Wonder Woman was doing, but ain't nobody complaining about the fact that a man literally went in the past and retconned his former lover's life, where she had where she had a husband and kids, to selfishly insert himself into her relationship so he can become her husband. Do you not hear how crazy that sounds? Do you not hear how stupid that sounds? That's weird. That is weird and disturbing. But I'm off topic. But I'm just saying, I'm just hoping Falcon and the Winter Soldier would retcon that nonsense with Captain America. Captain America deserves another fourth movie. There are so many Captain America stories that were left on the cutting room floor because they forced in that Civil War crap, which was stupid, which was rushed. I don't care what nobody say. That was rushed. That was rushed too. Because looking at the movie, you like, are you guys sure about this? This doesn't really seem like a good setup, a good leeway, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But those are my thoughts about what I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier needs to do. I really do think they need to retcon Captain America's ending, bring in Cap, give us a Captain America 4, and give a solid ending or open ending for Captain America Steve Rogers. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.